So we're going to take a look at this portrait by the painter Tom Sully. Sully was an artist who was working during the 19th century. But take a look at some of the way he treats the edges of this portrait. You'll notice there's not a high use of black. Also look at the treatment of the eyes. There is I think that's what I find most striking about it is the simplicity in the edge. Those wisps of hair, the way they're layered, gently placed. You're not going to see a heavy use of black here. You might see it somewhere in the back of the head in certain places. But most often you're going to find values that are at most ones. In certain areas, like you'll see the pupils, might be the zero value. But aside from that, you'll see between ones and threes, and ones and twos for those darker areas. You'll also see the edge itself, the treatment. There's a diffused edge rather than a harsh line. And often when we're drawing, when we're painting, we think if we place a line to depict the edge of a form, we feel that is the best way to depict that edge. Whereas you can see here in the portrait, it's really just a shifting of color, of the tone. And then it's a soft edge as well. Avoid black. Make sure you're diffusing your edges. I really enjoy the way he uses color temperature. Like notice the nose as it comes up in between his eyebrows. Notice that shift of color. The same is true around the eyes. The eyelids themselves, there's a bit of a pinkish color, but as you get beneath the eye, you'll notice it shifts towards a cool, and then those highlights go back to a warm tone, a yellowish tone, and the cheeks, you'll definitely see that warmth in the cheeks. Same thing is true here in the chin. Notice that underneath that bottom lip, again, it's not a very dark shadow. Underneath that bottom lip, you'll see this cooler tones, and kind of show when you zoom out, you feel like it's that beard stubble. But these cooler tones encapsulate that hint of that warm reddish tone right there at center, which just brings the idea that those capillaries are alive in that painting. I think it's beautifully done. The fabric itself as well. It's very dark. There's certain areas in this painting where you do see values of zeros, where he hits that very dark black. But there's variation within that.